Player 2 has joined the game.
Now you want to get the news of the week?
Yeah, let's do it.
I told you this was going to be a great podcast. I love this one so far. And nothing makes me happier than crapping on the Xbox, right, Sean?
That's right.
Crackdown 3, the big launch title for Xbox One X. First showed in 2014. Supposed to come out in 2016. Delayed to 2017. Guess what? Delays. Find a way. This comes from Polygon. We're very excited, quote, we're very excited about Crackdown 3, and so are many fans. And so it's a difficult call to move the release date, Loftus said in an interview. He's a guy that works for Microsoft. However, we want to make sure to deliver the right game with the right quality and the right time. Crackdown 3 is a hugely ambitious game, and we want to ensure we deliver the right experiences all the way through every part of the game, whether that's campaign, co-op multiplayer, or our competitive multiplayer mode, Wrecking Zone, capitals. Getting the balance right between the three modes is important. We're going to take the extra development time to ensure that. Gamers can expect Crackdown 3 in spring of 2018. Crackdown 3 was originally announced at E3 2014, and this is Polygon saying this, and was at one point targeting a release date in the second half of 2016. It's clearly a complex project, one that has evolved since its unveiling, and Crackdown fans have learned to be patient for waiting for it to come out. This is back to Microsoft. Quote, Crackdown 3 is an incredibly ambitious project that pushes the technological envelope with immersive, true 4K gameplay. Okay. Cloud computing, competitive multiplayer, and a sprawling and futuristic open world. Loftus said when asked about the challenges and developments the team has faced over the years. Quote, the team has been working extremely hard to deliver a great experience for fans, and this extra time will help us do just that. I got it right! He's winning it. Prediction right now, Braun is winning the title.
I hope so.
Late breaking news, you already know if you care about wrestling. Braun versus Brock at No Mercy, and I am extremely happy about that. Okay. So I don't know about you, but to me, Microsoft does not have the best track record when it comes to first-party exclusives.
That would be correct.
Scalebound, my God. Talk about Fable, Lionheart Studios, or Lionhead, I forget what it's called. Lionhead. Lionheart is Jericho. And a lot of other things. But Lionhead Studios completely shut down. This was also an Xbox One launch exclusive. This was going to show off the power of Project Scorpio. And by the way, I didn't even talk about that because I forgot. Gamescom, pre-orders for Xbox are up. Cuphead's coming out next month. There's a Jurassic World sim game announced. It's like the Jurassic Park game I think we play on our phone. So there's no reason that should ever be on an Xbox. Hopefully it comes out on iPads and iPhones as well. That's all you need to know about Gamescom. It's a joke. But I will say, you know what happened last year at Gamescom?
What's that?
Metal Gear Survive was announced.
Oh, jeez.
Now, if I wake up one day this week and Metal Gear Solid 3 HD Remaster is announced, we will do a quick hit react on that, and I will never stop grinning probably for the rest of my life. And Konami, I will go over there and I will hug all of you bastards. So anyways, back to Xbox. They do have Forza 7 launching with the Xbox One X, also known as the Xbox XB1. You know what I mean. The only big first-party game they've had this year is Halo Wars 2, which is basically an RTS Halo game.
Yeah.
That's it. Now, I'm not saying Sony has a lot of exclusives.
They don't have a lot, but the ones they do have are
hit.
I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn is like an all-time.
It's an all-time great game. I still don't know what my game of the year is. Oh my God. I never thought, after playing Zelda, I never thought Horizon could have touched it. And it's 1 and 1A right now.
Yep.
I'm going to make a prediction right now. This game is never going to come out. I don't care how far along they are in the development cycle. They were so far along, and it's a different studio. I know that was Platinum Games, but Scalebound, they showed that at multiple E3s. They showed you fighting these huge dragon things with, I'm just going to make a joke about Sunday, but some people might not have seen it yet. And I don't even watch it, and I don't want to spoil it for people. But, like, that game seems so far along. And it's just gone. Fable, it's just gone. You know, like, yeah. Microsoft sucks when it comes to first-party games. And I'm going to be so interested to see how well, now that it's out in the wild, I mean, pre-orders are out in the wild, for Scorpio, Xbox One X, they better sell an F-ton of these systems. Or I don't know that we're going to have console wars in the next generation. Because now that they've released this...
I think there are enough Xbox diehard fans that Xbox isn't going anywhere. They could continue. I guarantee you the Xbox fanboys, some of whom are probably watching us right now, are saying, yeah, but. And they may have a point, but there are enough Xbox diehard fans that they're not going anywhere.
I know they're not going anywhere, but I wonder if... Like, Sony has outsold them 2-1 this generation. There's no coming back from that. Now they've backed themselves into this corner with this Xbox One X. The PS5, they have said it is happening. The PS5 will probably come out in 2019. Maybe 2020 if we're lucky. They're not going to launch an Xbox 2 years from now when they just put out this Scorpio and put all this money into this true 4K gaming and all this other stuff. Like, now they're almost like where Nintendo was at with the Wii U, where they're coming out 2 or 3 years after the Xbox One and the PS3 came out with even less power than that. And then the Switch, the Switch is its own thing. The Switch is amazing, and I love my Switch. I just wonder... I wonder if Microsoft, after this generation, says, all right, we're out. We're just going Windows. Because every game you buy now, you can play it on Windows. You know what I mean? Like, I just wonder if we will get an Xbox 2 or not. Now, what I would hope would come from that, if that does happen, is that we would get Gears of War on Sony. I don't think that they would. I think they'd be dumb not to at that point if they are just software and there's PCs out there and whatever. I think they'd be dumb not to. That's I don't care about Halo. Gears of War is the one I would like to go back and play.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Am I making too much of this? I just think
it's hard to imagine a world where Xbox doesn't exist, but at the same time, it's kind of like...
But they've only been around for 16 years.
It's not that far-fetched to envision a world where you have the PlayStation running console gaming. You've got Microsoft basically running PC gaming. And then somewhere in between doing their own thing is Nintendo doing something totally separate. But I mean, it doesn't seem that far-fetched, but at the same time, I think I would be at least surprised, if not outright shocked, if we don't get an Xbox 2.
I think we probably will. I would be surprised, but not shocked if we don't, though.
But I think that's the last Xbox, unless they somehow make a huge comeback, and but
I still won't be surprised if the PS5 also is.
That may be it.
Is expandable or something. Yeah, it's more like a PC for a lower price where you can. Eventually, you'll have system requirements, and this runs on, this CPU. I don't even know, but it's not good. That much I know.
Yeah.
You know what else is not good, Sean?
What else is not good?
Amazon Prime. I love my Amazon Prime. It's amazing. But you done effed up, Amazon Prime. Used to be, if you pre-ordered a game with Amazon Prime, you got 20% off. Now, what everybody says is don't pre-order games, wait for reviews, blah, blah, blah. With Uncharted, I know I'm going to like it. Sonic Mania, I got rid of the collector's edition because I don't need to spend $70 on Sonic Mania. There are certain games I pre-order, I know they're going to be good. But what Amazon Prime used to have also is up until 2 weeks after the game is released, you can still get that 20% off. Sean, that's going away.
I don't like it.
You now only get your 20% off if you pre-order the game. That is very odd. Because to me, and I don't know all their business practices and all that other stuff, Amazon has always been very consumer-friendly to me. This move is completely anti-consumer.
It is, but what's the alternative? Buying a game at GameStop?
Best Buy's Gamers Club, whatever that is.
I mean, I don't know enough about that.
You get 20% off, and you get it 2 weeks after. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think it's 2 weeks after you still get 20% off.
I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, they're maybe in trouble. I'll go out of my way to never give GameStop another dime of my money. So even if I'm not getting, if I'm paying full price at GameStop or full price at Amazon, I'm going to still do it through Amazon.
Well, and it's just easier too.
Right. It sucks if they're not doing that anymore, and they may change their mind and rethink things. I mean, I didn't even know this Best Buy thing was a thing, so I would look into that, but I don't know. Maybe they're smarter than we think, and they know they can read the writing on the wall and know that people aren't going to... If all of a sudden you can't get 20% off at Amazon, I think they know that people aren't going to start flocking back to GameStop. It's not going to happen.
And they think people will probably just be like, well, whatever, then just pre-order it. You still get your 20% off, just pre-order it. And the thing is, if you don't open it, I mean, Amazon takes
They're going to take anything
back,
yeah.
and you get all your money back. As long as you don't open it, I mean, even when I opened Batman vs. Superman 4K, not realizing I was stupid, they took it back even though I opened it. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, yeah, here's all your money back, no shipping charges. Like, they'll take anything back. It's not that big a deal, but still, it's an anti-consumer move. I don't like that, Amazon. I don't like it one bit.
I don't like it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they backtrack on that.
You know what we haven't done in a while, Sean?
What haven't we done?
Talk about our Lord and Savior Hideo Kojima. Kojima it is late and I'm tired and I got so much editing to do. Kojima had an interview this week. It was picked up by Kotaku where he said something about Konami that you might not be expecting. This comes, like I said, from Kotaku. For the past few years, it's felt like Hideo Kojima and Konami have been at loggerheads. I don't know what that means. I don't know who wrote this. Have you ever heard of loggerhead?
No, I have no idea.
I don't know. Even last month, the saga seemed to be endless. If you don't know, this broke that Konami was apparently trying to keep Kojima Productions from being able to buy healthcare because they control like the biggest healthcare company in Japan and they're just horrible people. But if you give me MGS3 HD, then we can talk. In a new interview, however, Kojima discusses what was good about his Konami days, namely letting him make the games he wanted to. Quote, What I'm grateful Konami for... Oh, God. Oh, these translations. What I'm grateful Konami for is that when I proposed something I wanted to make, they let me make it, Kojima tells website. Sean?
Toyo Kazai.
Quote, conversely, I wasn't bound by them saying, you need to do it like this. In Japanese, Kojima says, Sean?
Kancha shite iru.
Which refers to being appreciative, being grateful, or being thankful. Kojima joined Konami at the dawn of the gaming industry, and he recalls how there were only 5 people on his dev team when he started. It was hard work. Quote, I remember how I only sleep 3 hours every day, Kojima says. No doubt he was able to have more opportunities as a new recruit and then a fresh hire. As a new recruit, then a fresh hire today, working on a massive title. Kojima, however, appears to see how fortunate he's been to have that opportunity. Am I bleeding my own blood? Is that blood on my sheet? What the hell is that? Did I bleed my own blood? According to Kojima, when he would ask to be allowed to make a game, submitting a proposal describing the aim, giving the development period, and saying the approximate number of staff needed, he'd get the green light. Quote, it was like that from when I joined to the end, says Kojima. Because of that, I'm the person I am today. I love this man. This dude has been put through so much. Unless you have a tinfoil hat on, he's been put through so much from what Konami did to him and what I just alluded to. They're not even letting his company get healthcare in Japan. For him to actually come out here and say this, when the last time we heard him mention Konami was just saying, yeah, I don't think zombies really fit into tactical espionage action. It says a lot about him that he said this. Now, of course, what the tinfoil hats are saying, though, is that he's saying this because he's making Silent Hills.
Because there's a partnership, yeah.
Because 2 publicly traded companies are colluding. Because that happens on the stock market. That's legal. Yeah, sure. Idiots. Anything you want to add on this? I just wanted to put this in here just because I just love Hideo Kojima.
I think it just speaks to his character. I think Kojima is a legit good dude. And I think that's it. I don't think there's anything more to it.
I agree. We actually got some news about the Metal Gear Solid movie. Do you know how to say his name?
Who?
The director of Kong Skull Island.
Is it written here?
Jordan Vogt Roberts. Is that how you say it?
Oh, VOGT
Roberts.
That's how I would say it. But.
This guy is a straight up Metal Gear fan. However, what he's saying is kind of making me more nervous about this game than if it was just like, I don't know, Christopher Nolan doing it or something. This comes from Screen Rant. This is a quote from him. Quote, "Right now, what we're trying to write is the craziest punk rock, Kojima rock and roll, like holy crap, they're going to try to make that movie that does this in that many time periods? Like, it's special. Whether we can execute on that script, whether we can get it made, who knows? But right now, I truly believe that that target is in the right direction, and so we'll see what happens from there." Apparently, whatever Metal Gear script he's written is taking place over multiple timelines. It is not based on any one game. If you were just going to try to make a Metal Gear movie out of one game, that would already be too much for one movie. If you're going to try to tell the whole Metal Gear story, like he goes in another, I don't have the quotes here, but he went in another interview talking about the characters and everything that is at the heart of the snakes and all this other stuff. And I'm like, it's already ambitious enough to just make Metal Gear Solid 1 or Metal Gear Solid 3 that are very straightforward plots. To just make those movies, that would be hard enough. Now you're going to try to span time periods and stuff. I am, as much as this guy loves Metal Gear, I'm more worried about this movie than I have ever been before, based on these quotes.
It just seems like more of the same video game into movie projects. Like Resident Evil seems like
that should have been a good movie.
That should have been a good movie, and they weren't terrible, but they had almost nothing to do with the games. They added a main character, said, well, this person never appeared in a video game, but here's your main character for every single movie.
Oh, she's not Jill?
She's Alice. I mean, Jill's in the movie, but...
Oh, she is? Okay.
But she's Alice. I mean, Mila Jovovich is Alice, who's not even in a game. Like, they just totally...
Tells you how many of those movies I've watched.
Street Fighter. First of all, Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, these were terrible. I mean...
No, don't you
dare.
No,
I was going to say, they were probably terrible ideas to try to make a movie out of. Because there's not much story. It's like...
Mortal Kombat.
Everybody just fight each other and let's see who's the best. And then they tried it. Well, let's add some backstory.
But Mortal Kombat did have a little bit of backstory, because they were, even in the tournament, they were fighting for Earth.
To me, Mortal Kombat is one of the best movie adaptations of a video game. It's not even that great of a movt. It's good. It's
like
not that great.
5.5, 6 out of 10.
Right, but it's still probably one of the best.
I will say,
as far as movies staying somewhat true to their source,
it is the best.
It probably is.
To me, it's the best video game movie ever.
And to me, this sounds like they're just doing the same thing. Okay, we see what you did in the games, but here's what smart people are going to do to turn it into a movie. No, you already have the script.
I still say if they were going to do Metal Gear, it should be a Netflix series. Or HBO or something where you can do 10, 12, 45-minute long episodes to tell one story and then move on from there.
Yeah.
These games are too big to cram into a 2-hour, 2.5-hour movie. And now you're going to be spanning time periods. It's probably going to be like, here's Les Enfants Terribles. Or like, no, here's Big Boss getting... He finds out the boss died. A lot of spoilers here. Finds out the boss died. We award you the title of Big Boss, and I'm Lyndon Johnson. And then it's like, goes from there, and then it's like, here's Peace Walker, and it's like, I'm going to drown myself. And then we go up to Venom Snake and that whole thing that I won't get into. And then we get up to Solid Snake, and it's like, Big Boss is the commanding officer. I thought you were a good guy, but you're a bad guy, but you're not. You're different. I'm going to hit you with a flamethrower, and then I'm going to retire, and I'm going to go get my dogs in Alaska, and I'm going to get called out of retirement to go to Shadow Island, Shadow Moses Island. You can't. It's going to be a cluster. I still say it never gets made.
It probably won't,
and it shouldn't,
and it probably shouldn't. It should. This should not be made.
And I still don't want to see Tom Holland as young Drake. I still don't want that
that's the
movie
whole,
either.
yeah. Metal Gear Solid should be made into a movie. It should be made into several movies. But
Not what he's saying.
this movie should not be made.
No.
And I don't think it will be.
I agree. Quick update here. The rumors about PS4 software 5.0 were all confirmed. They did a blog post. All the boring stuff is true. Still can't change your names. PS Now's not included. There's nothing fun to talk about. We talked about it last week. I'm sorry. Last thing I want to talk about before we get to everybody's favorite part of the podcast is the NPD results for July.
July.
The Switch went back to number one in console sales. That makes me so happy. The PS4 is still number one year to date. Sean, I would ask you what you think the best-selling games are, but I put them in the rundown. So I'll just say, are you surprised at number one? Number one is Splatoon 2 on the Switch.
That doesn't really surprise me.
I
don't get it, but it doesn't surprise me.
The Switch has now been out for 5 full months, beginning of March to the end of July. 3 out of those 5 months, they've had the best-selling game in the U.S. on a console that cannot stay in stock, does not have 60 million sold like the PS4 or 30 million sold like the Xbox One. They've had Zelda be the best, they've had Mario Kart be the best, and they've had Splatoon be the best. And Ultra Street Fighter 2 sold almost 500,000 copies somehow. The Switch is an amazing success. And now they're getting more and more out in the wild. I'm seeing more often where Wario's tweeting that they're available at Walmart and Best Buy and Amazon, blah, blah, blah. Pretty soon it's just going to be they're available, and they've caught up to demand, and people are going to buy them like crazy, and it's just awesome. And now that Mario Odyssey is coming out in 2 months, they're going to have another spike. Obviously, that's going to be the best-selling game in October, even if it's only out for 2 days or whatever it is. Switch is doing awesome. Crash Bandicoot was number 2. Grand Theft Auto was number 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 was number 3, I mean. Final Fantasy 12, The Zodiac Age, shout out to Sean.
That
was
makes me
number
happy.
4.
I like that.
I thought you'd like that. Breath of the Wild was number 5. Injustice 2 dropped down to number 6. Mario Kart 8 hanging strong at number 7. Overwatch number 8, because that's going to be like Grand Theft. We're going to be 2 or 3 years from now, and Overwatch will still be up there, just like Grand Theft Auto is. Not hating on the game, it's just not for me. I'm not good enough to play it. Rainbow Six Siege and NBA 2K17 round out the top 10. Year to date, Ghost Recon Wildlands is still the best-selling game.
To me, the fact that NBA 2K17 is still on that list is almost more shocking than Grand Theft Auto 5 still being on it.
People love NBA 2K.
But like, why are you still buying that game? When does 2K18 come out? Next month?
I don't think it's still October.
Is it October?
I mean, like 5-6 weeks from now, yeah.
So it's not like Madden where it comes out several months before the season starts.
No, about 3 weeks or so, or about a month before the season.
What? Who is still buying that game?
I mean, it's probably on sale.
I mean, yeah, maybe it's on super sale, but I don't get it.
Number 2, year to date, Breath of the Wild. That is freaking awesome. Obviously, that counts Wii U sales also. For Honor is number 3, year to date. I don't get it. I will never get it. I get Ghost Recon because that game at least looks fun.
For Honor just looks so repetitive, and I don't get it.
Number 4, Grand Theft Auto 5.
The fact that Grand Theft Auto 5 has sold more copies this year than Horizon Zero Dawn,
Which is number 5.
like, I can't definitively say that Horizon Zero Dawn is a better game than Grand Theft Auto 5,
I can.
but Grand Theft Auto 5 has been out for years.
And it's not like they're selling this game for $20 now.
No,
it's still
it's like full price.
It'll go on sale sometimes, but it's still $60, and people are buying this game. It's just like whenever
That's
you get
unbelievable.
If you're over the age of I should say like 18, but really if you're over the age of like 13, 14, you get a PlayStation or an Xbox, you're buying Grand Theft Auto if you don't have it already. Just period. Horizon's number 5, like I said. Injustice 2 is 6. Mass Effect Andromeda is number 7. By the way, I'm sorry, Mass Effect fans. It's getting no more DLC. No more updates. No nothing. That game is DOA. I feel bad for you. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard is number 8. Would have liked to see that a little bit higher. 2K17. There you go. Sean's number 9. And Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is number 10. It's been a long podcast, Sean.
Sure has.
You know what, though? Did I forget something?
No.
What?
It's just, I get it now, but I see A, B, C, D, E, F, and then indent to I, but then I realized I is 1.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's all lowercase. Yeah, okay. I get it now.
It's been a long podcast, but it's not over yet, Sean, and why is that?
Because we're about to sing something that I can't sing because I'm sick, but I'm going to go ahead and try to sing it anyway.
That means we're going to sing the It's the Back of the Box Challenge. It sounded good. Still sounded better than me. I can't sing. The Back of the Box Challenge, if you're not familiar, it's how we end the podcast here every week on the Two Player Co-op Podcast. What this game is we get together and we look at a previously released retail version of a game. We look at that retail box, flip it around, and we look at the back of the box per the name of the game. We read the description aloud to the other player, let them ask however many follow-up questions they want to. We bleep out any pertinent information that would give the game away or make it way too easy. Then the other player, I don't even know what I said. You get to ask questions, try to figure out what it is. That's the Back of the Box Challenge. That's what we're going to do now. You read first. Because you ended on that Toe Jam and Earl crap last week.
Okay, yeah.
I hope this one's easier. That's going to sound fantastic.
Okay. I'm not crazy about this.
Oh, my goodness. Look at my baby. Oh, my goodness. Look at my baby. My sweet baby.
So cute.
My baby is the cutest baby out of all the babies.
All right. They say that if you get your picture taken doing cool things, you get to see blank. But taking pictures of yourself playing a video game doesn't count.
Is this a Game Boy camera? What the hell?
Clothesline jumping is a great sport. It has the thrill of victory and the agony of
Defeat.
falling. Always make sure to...
Is this a Disney game?
No. Always make sure to recycle your apple cores. Recycling them at blank is best.
That a hard
These
word
are
for
like
you.
that, and then this were bullet points. There's also 2 more bullet points. The crowd is into our animal magnetism. That's why we preserve it by not showering.
Do you play as an animal?
No.
Oh, God.
At the hospital, they said we were freak specimens.
I hate you for these last 2 weeks.
We said, thanks, dudes.
You know what? Is this a Sega exclusive?
No.
Damn it, I thought you did Toe Jam and Earl too. Just to throw me off. Is that it?
That's it.
Do you play as a human?
Yes.
Damn it. Okay. Pictures. Is this a 16-bit game?
Yes.
Is it a console exclusive?
I'm going to say no.
Is this
But
a
it's-
Buster Bust Loose kind of territory?
Sort of, yeah. I would, yeah.
I have... is this a licensed property?
Yes, you're going to get it. You're on the right track.
Is this part of a series?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So you don't know of any sequels?
I mean, not direct sequels.
Right.
No.
You play as a human. Is this a Konami game?
No.
Capcom?
No.
Atlas?
No.
Sunsoft?
No.
Nintendo?
No.
Virgin?
No.
He plays a human. Wait, you said it's a licensed property.
Yes.
And it's a 16-bit game.
Yes.
And it's kind of a console exclusive, but not really, which makes me think it's Buster Bust Loose kind of a territory. You said it's not a Disney property.
Correct.
Is it based on a cartoon?
Yes.
He plays a human. Non-Disney. Is this a side-scroller?
Yes.
Platformer?
I wouldn't call it a platformer. I mean, kind of, sort of.
It has platforming elements.
There are platforms.
But you said it is side-scrolling?
Yes.
What games were like Buster Bust Loose and Buster's Hidden Treasure? Not part of a series. Did we own this game?
No.
Is your primary mode of attack a gun?
No.
Do you have a primary mode of attack?
I think, I mean, you can attack.
Do you attack with your fists?
I'm trying to think. I don't remember if you like punch or if you like jump. You can get weapons to use.
Okay. Dude, cameras. It's got to be right there. What am I not thinking of? Telephone wires. Is there any blanks you can unblank? It's not part of a series either.
No. I didn't really blank too much out. No, everything would give it away.
Is the name of the game the character or characters?
Yes.
Do you play? Can you select more than one character?
Yes.
There's a group of dudes. It's licensed. More than one dude. Oh my god, I can't think of what this would be. Genesis and Sega, and Super Nintendo in some fashion. We did say it was 16-bit.
Yes.
Okay. 16-bit licensed game. You play as humans. You can choose different characters. A version of it came out on the Genesis and the Super Nintendo. Cameras are involved. Cameras are involved in this? You take pictures of yourself playing video games.
No, I mean, I think that's like part of the story maybe, but it has nothing to do with the game. Pay no mind to that.
I have no idea who made this. Would the developer give it away if I knew it? Would that help?
It might help.
It's not Delphine, is it?
No. It starts with the same letter as one of the lesser known game developers that you had asked about.
Atlas?
No.
I don't. Data East.
No. It was like the most obscure one you mentioned.
What did I say? I said Capcom, Konami, Atlas, Sunsoft?
Nope.
Hudson?
Nope.
What the hell else did I say? Nintendo?
Nope.
Virgin?
Yep.
Starts with a V?
I mean, I don't know if they're the...
No, it would be the
I guess
developer.
they're the... Yeah.
Oh, you play as a human. You can select from multiple people. Did this come out in arcades also?
No.
Side-scrolling. There are platforms.
I mean, you jump. There's like different...
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's
It's
a
a
platformer.
licensed game. Are you yellow?
No. Are you yellow?
Yeah, yellow McFly. Is it a Back to the Future game?
No.
I had no idea what this is. It was based on a cartoon, you said?
Yes.
Oh my god, I cannot.
You're there. You're going to get it. And if you don't, you're going to be very upset with yourself for not getting it. I'll say that.
Okay. Is it a superhero?
No.
What other freaking licensed properties would there be with people? You select more than one.
Two.
You can be A or B.
Yes.
You don't shoot.
But you can. You can like get...
You can
like,
pick up weapons.
Yeah.
Is it a beat 'em up? You said it's not a beat 'em up.
It's... I guess I would say it's closer to a platformer, but...
We didn't own it, though. Do you flick boogers?
No, but...
What?
It probably doesn't... It probably wouldn't be that far off if you did.
I'm so confused. What the hell? What, are you a caveman?
Nope.
Not a Disney property.
No.
Is this a well-known license?
Yes.
Is it still around?
No. There was a movie.
Based on the video game or based on the cartoon?
The cartoon.
Everything I'm thinking of is like Disney stuff, and that's all animals.
I feel like people out there are like screaming at you right now.
I cannot think. I'm not even close. What licensed property has dudes? Can you only pick from male characters, or is there a female character?
Both male characters.
I don't know why you asked. It's not two crude dudes. It's not bad dudes. What am I missing? Genesis and Super Nintendo, same but different. Starts with a V. It's not Virgin. Va. V.
No.
Va.
Kinda.
V. Varmint. Vat. Vast. Var. Vag. Vat. Vas. Vav. Var. Vap.
Okay, wrong verb. I mean, wrong. That's not what it's called. Wrong vowel.
So it's a U.
No.
I. Oh my God! I have no idea. This is gonna go on all night. Give me one more. hint.
We're not leaving here till you get this.
I'm not going to get.
No,
this.
you will get it. It's a cartoon. There was a movie.
Did we see the movie?
Oh yeah.
Do you wear a yellow trench coat
No.
and a hat? Damn, it's not Dick Tracy. I didn't even know it might be a Dick Tracy game. Do you have a rocket pack?
No, but no, I don't think so.
I don't even know if there was a Rocketeer game. I think there was on the Nintendo.
But that also wasn't a cartoon.
Oh yeah, this is true.
I think you're overthinking it because I got you with Boogerman 3 or whatever. Toe Jam and Earl 3. It's not that complicated. I'm not trying to trick you.
No, I know. I just can't think of. I know. I can't think of anything that is a kind of platformer with people that's different.
If you got the developer, you may get it.
VI and it's not Virgin. Vista. Vibe.
No.
Vibe?
No, but you
Vib?
got the right sound at least.
Viacom. Oh my God, it's Beavis and Butthead.
Yes. Yep. I mean, you were there the whole time. It's a cartoon where you're dudes, but you're not superheroes. There was a movie.
I forgot. That movie was fantastic.
The movie, yes.
Roller coaster.
The movie
of love.
was maybe better than the show because they didn't do all the stupid music videos and Beavis and Butthead. I looked at that was the Super Nintendo one, by the way.
Okay.
The Genesis one was like, I can't. It's either going to be so...
Man.
Because they really play up the,
If y'all knew what that was, hit the comment section and let me know. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready. Bubsy.
You're blank.
Bubsy.
Crunching hulk of muscle with a grappling hook and a blank. You're in a future land of backward time, and its evil master is taunting you with defeat. Can you survive 8 mega of incredible danger? Yes, that's what it says. Hang glide into the citadel, then clang your hook into metal to stiff arm up to safety. Stay alive by slashing armies, winged robots, and prehistoric monsters into shuddering heaps. Battle alluring Amazons who sling vicious boomerangs and drum out a war chant to turn your mind manic. Slide, duck, and cartwheel past lasers, spikes, and bombs. Screech to a halt in the face of a giant metal monkey and centipedes. Feel your biceps burst as you grapple with snarling muscle men, cling to battleship bulkheads, leap from Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's blank. The master awaits.
It sounds like a Duke Nukem game or something.
It is not a Duke Nukem game.
All right, I don't like this because you said a lot. And so I feel like if it was something not super obscure that I would know it. The fact that you willingly let out there, you're a dude and he's got a lot of muscles and he uses a grappling hook.
This is a very well-known game from its time period. I will say that.
Is it 16-bit?
Yes.
Is it?
I'm sorry.
God. Is it Capcom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Wait, it's not a...
But I don't know that you'll even remember that they made this. But
okay,
yes.
never mind. It's not
Capcom.
It's not a... What do you call it?
Street Fighter?
Bionic Commando.
No. But I was
When I think of a dude with a grappling
Oh, yeah,
hook.
that kind of gave away... Yeah. Okay.
But, I mean, but it's not, so it doesn't matter.
No, but at least got you to the developer.
Well, yeah. A 16-bit Capcom game, part of a series?
I don't think it was, but continue and I'll check.
Was it an exclusive?
It was a console exclusive, yes.
To Nintendo?
No.
Genesis.
Yes.
A Capcom Genesis exclusive. But you were saying I wouldn't think of this game as being a Capcom game?
I had forgotten it was Capcom. It's not like I just mean that I had forgotten it was them.
Is it a platformer?
No.
Beat 'em up?
I wouldn't call it a beat 'em up either.
Just like an action game?
Yeah.
Do you use a projectile weapon as like your main form of combat?
No.
Do you use like a blade?
Yes.
Capcom. It sounds so like broed up though that it's not going to be like a what do you call it? Strider or something. It's too. It sounds like it would be
did have sequels.
It sounds like it would be like Broforce. There's a lot of like huge muscles and.
So there was one sequel,
but I probably wouldn't know about it.
I didn't know it existed.
Capcom Genesis exclusive. Was it a red stripe game?
No.
So it's old.
Yep.
Old Genesis exclusive Capcom action, not really beat 'em up platform, not really platformer game. Where you use a blade. Do you play as a human?
Yes.
Can you play as more than one human?
No.
Is the name of the game the character's name?
Yes.
Is it the character's name, or it's like in the name of the game? Or it is or it's just a part of the name of the game?
I think it is the name of the character.
Is it a licensed property?
No. No, it's actually, your name is not the name of the game. You are... It's kind of like Michelangelo is a Ninja Turtle.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Right. It's not licensed. Do we own this game?
No.
Did we rent it?
Yes.
Unless it's... What is that other... Maybe I am just thinking of Strider. Was Strider Capcom?
Mm-hmm.
But it has nothing to do with Strider. Damn it. I mean, I guess I'm zeroing in, but that doesn't help me at all. But it's not Strider because it's part of... It's a what in the world? Somehow it's somewhat related to Strider, but you're a bro with like a grappling hook. But you also have a blade.
I never said it was related to Strider. I said Strider is a Capcom Capcom game.
I know, but why were you all okay? God. I feel like I'm further away than you were with Beavis and Butthead. Because I have more information and I still don't know. That's the worst feeling when you're like, you know the developer, you know the system, the type of game, and I still got nothing. Would we... Ugh, I don't even know what to add. Do we think of this game fondly?
I don't think we really think of this game either way. I mean, this is a very important game in gaming history, I would say that. And it actually won Game of the Year the year that it came out.
Is it? No. It's not a Ghouls and Ghosts game.
It is not.
It literally it won Game of the Year.
Yes.
Has this character shown up in other games?
I feel like he has, but I'm not 100% sure on that. He probably has.
An early Genesis game. I got nothing. So there was this game and one other random obscure sequel, and that's it?
It had a blank 2.
Yeah.
Which I did not know.
On Genesis? Or a later system?
I think it came out on Genesis. Excuse me.
Oh, God. I am stumped.
You were really close earlier. You're kind of an idiot right now.
It has something to do with Strider? That was... But then I said it again, and you're like, it has nothing to do with Strider. Or something.
No, I said I didn't say it has something to do with Strider.
Is it Strider?
Yes.
Wait.
Why do you think I started laughing when you're like, it's not like it's Strider? And I'm like, and you're like, it might be some kind of a Strider game. And I'm like,
But his name
and I
isn't
said,
just
"Damn it."
Strider?
His name is Hiryu or Hiryu or something. He is one of the Striders.
Didn't we say this was console exclusive?
Yeah.
Wasn't it on NES?
This was a Genesis game. This was Genesis game, which was a perfect arcade port. It came out on the arcade, Master System, PC Engine, and Virtual Console.
What game am I thinking of that was on Genesis?
Strider. You might be thinking of Strider, but it did not come out. Let me see.
I thought there was a crappy version on NES, unless I'm thinking of a different...
I mean, look, all the laser swords.
No, I remember that. I just thought there was...
Now, there was a re-release on PlayStation 4.
I don't remember. I also don't remember Strider being so bro-centric. Like,
I
you're
didn't either. That's why I thought it would.
muscles and you're grappling. Like,
I mean, he's got hulking muscles, though, and a cool laser sword. That's what I bleeped out was laser sword.
I don't even think of it as a laser sword.
I just think of it as a sword with a funny
that he-
looking...
that
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost got you. Beavis and Butthead and Strider.
Yeah, it was on NES.
Doesn't list it here. Yeah, okay, but is it even... Where's...
I mean, it's the same game. I mean, not literally, but you can tell it's Strider, but it's like a...
Let me see if there's any...
Not...
I mean...
Hiryu.
Hiru is probably what it is.
We didn't... Oh, no, we
definitely didn't own it. We rented it a couple times, and I've got it. It was a free PS Plus game on PS4 when they re-released it.
Is
I've got
is
it. I
a
just never
grappling
played
hook
through
a
it.
big part of this game?
It is when you think about it, yeah. Like, I can remember grappling up and kind of swinging back and forth over bosses and stuff like that. Yeah.
This one Game of the Year? I
did.
guess it was
because it was basically
time,
considered
but-
like a perfect arcade port. It was
Yeah.
huge for Genesis back then. Before Super Nintendo was even out, it was a very big deal.
Wow.
This has been episode 88 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. Thank you guys so much for hanging in there with us. I thought this was going to be a long but good, that's what she said, episode of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. Hey, if you didn't know, We're part of the Nerd 901 family, so go to nerd901.com for all things nerdy in Memphis and around the globe. Check out Pixels and Papers, Ernie and Derek over there, and everything else going on at nerd901.com.
Turd
I was going to
901.
say turn, not turd. I was going to say turn. I don't know. I'm
Turd
really tired.
901.
You can find us on Twitter. I'm at Kevin White 24. He's at Real Sean White. I don't know why I have a pen. Maybe are you going to try to do it too?
I know I have a pen.
Together we're at 2player_co-op. Usually I go this way. But yeah, I don't know where you're watching this. You're either watching it at youtube.com/2player-co-op or you're watching it at Nerd901. But either way, make sure you go to youtube.com/2player-co-op, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like what you see. Help us keep going onward and upward. We really appreciate that. However, if you like audio, and I know Sean does, we also appreciate y'all too. You can listen to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and audio services around the world. If you're listening to us on any of those services and they have ratings or reviews on there, we would really appreciate if you could leave a 5-star review. That'd be awesome. And if you want to see what we're doing over YouTube, go to youtube.com/2player-co-op. Also, we have a Facebook page we never update, but you can go there and see all the things we get tagged in by the guys at Nerd901. Thank you guys so much for being here. This has been a really fun episode. I knew this was going to be a good one.
I liked it.
And it lived up to it, I must say so myself. And until episode 89, I think we've talked enough. So, Sean?
Why do I have 2 pens?
Because I gave you one in case you want to do a double.
I got 2 tries.
Go ahead and take us out.
I always want to point first. Thank you for playing. I did it again. Thank you for playing.
Not even close. I saw that one go up. I was like, it's going to stab me in the face.
I thought that went way for it.
Oh. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.